All right, man. Yeah, hit it. We're with the Black Keys and we're free rolling, we're freewheeling, we've got no plan whatsoever. I didn't use up my yeah there. I don't feel comfortable enough yet.
No?
No.
Okay.
And I may go for a different blues phrase. I haven't decided. I might go for a witness, just the word witness.
Witness.
I think witness is a,
right.
is a good
Whatever
one
you
as
want
well.
to do.
The first time I saw you live was way back, Thick Freakness, when you first kind of came over here, and you know, we were all playing your records on the radio and stuff like that. And even when I saw you on this tour, I still just, this isn't really a question as such, but I just still can't get over the noise that you make with two people.
Yeah, it always felt cluttered when we had other people come in and play with us in the studio. It was weird, but yeah, we stopped trying to find other people pretty fast.
Like, what are you going to do? What would you do if you were going to put somebody else on stage with you?
Well, when we started on our first record, we had someone play the Moog synthesizer as a bass.
Yeah.
So it was real sub-bass, but, you know, I don't know. It was cool, but I think it was just unnecessary at the time.
You'd have to have one hell of an instrument to get on stage with Black Keys.
Sitar, maybe?
Oh, you should make that would be weird. The sitar sessions, some sort of B-sides and rarities we haven't heard yet. It's locked in the cupboard.
Because sitar never gets old.
Never. Neither does the pan flute.
Nope.
The pan pipe.
Yeah, we might get like a Peruvian pan flute backing band.
That's a bit weird. That'd be weird.
What's that? Couscous? What's it? I know that's like a grainy.
It's a Moroccan food.
Yeah, but it's also a type of.
Talking about?
There's somebody out there who knows what I'm talking about.
Oh my God!
There's no instrument called couscous.
You just sounded like
it's a band.
Just sounded like a McCain supporter right there. What is that? Couscous?
There's a band. All right, here I'll tell you exactly how.
Come on.
I don't know what I'm talking about, but there's a band from I think Peru that Art Bell. There's a conspiracy theory show that plays that band all the time. It's pan flute rock from
Pan flute rock.
Yeah.
I have to be honest, Dan, I've lost him. Let's see what that's about.
I'm more worldly than you guys, so it's fine. It's cool.
Let's do the tag and release story that I know you've done a million times before, so feel free to deviate or tell nonsensical stories about it. But this is the old chestnut, I suppose. But for people who are just discovering Black Keys tonight, we should do the story or haven't read it. So you're working on an album with Ike Turner, right? As in Tina and Ike and Tina, right? He passes away during it. And that's with the Danger Mouse as well. who has produced all these records like Gnarls Barkley and stuff like that. So first of all, how does that come about from a band who very much just, you know, record in their hometown and have a very set way of doing things? So how did that initially come about? And was Ike a hero to you musically, or what enticed you to do it?
I think we were both fans of Ike and Tina, but we never met Ike and we'd never met Danger Mouse. So we got a call out of the blue from Brian, Danger Mouse, and he said that he was friends with Ike and he wanted to make an Ike record and he wanted us to be the band and he wanted us to help write the songs. And so that's basically how it started. You know?
At what stage do you call Danger Mouse Brian? Because I was thinking about this.
From day one.
The first call, you didn't call him?
Yeah, he said, "Hey, I'm Brian."
So I would say you'd say Danger Mouse until he said, "Call me Brian." What do you do when you meet Snoop? Do you go, so if you meet Snoop Dogg, or have you met Snoop Dogg?
We've not met Snoop.
Right, so if you meet
Calvin.
Snoop, do you call him Calvin?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You call him Snoop, right?
You call him Calvin.
If you meet Elton John, do you call him Reginald?
Reggie.
I think
Reg, straight in with a Reg? That's risky.
I think Pat called him. No, never mind.
What are you going to say? Right, so that album doesn't happen because Ike passes away. So stuff that you were working on that album, was that the bones then of Attack and Release?
No, we were working on the Ike thing for a couple months, and we realized it was going to take a real long time, and we needed to make our own record. So then we started making our record with Brian, and we finished it. And I think we used like 2 songs from the Ike thing on our record, and the rest are all just for our own record. And then the plan was to resume recording with Ike afterwards. And I don't know, how long was it after we finished our record that Ike passed away?
It was like 2 weeks after we finished mixing it. So.
And then and it was after that.
Yeah.
What was it like passing over control of every bit of production and just knowing every little nook and cranny and being responsible for the whole product, to have a big producer who, you know, you've got to go in there and respect his opinion and try and do things maybe that you wouldn't naturally do?
He's not a very overbearing kind of producer, you know. He wanted to work with us, and he liked us because of the way we sounded.
Yeah.
And he didn't really want to mess with our sound. He just wanted to make a record with us. And, you know, he said, "I don't care where we record, you know, you guys can pick where you want to record." And we had just as much say as he did. He's really all about the songs and the song structure. And
on a slight diversion, I love the place that you chose to record, because it's one of the few studios that still print up their own vinyl. Now, explain that to me as a Neanderthal. Does that mean that you can record a track, right, on one day, and then overnight can they press up just one individual copy of it, and then can you hear what it sounds like in record and then make changes?
You could do
Does that make any sense? He's looked at me like, what did he just say?
You could do that.
you could conceivably record direct to vinyl.
Wow.
I mean, he could do that.
I just love the idea, rather than listening through very expensive speakers, that you test the product out on vinyl and then like re-record it.
Yeah, he could do that, actually.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. There was a little bit of a strange response, wasn't there, when people found out you were doing the album? People were worried. Fans were worried. You almost had to ease them. Did you put out an official release? Don't worry, we're not making a hip-hop record.
I think there were probably a few people who were concerned, but every time we make a record, there's a few people who...
Yeah, there's always going to be those fans that want you to be the same band that recorded your first record.
Yeah, but
for the rest of your life. Yeah.
No, this is different. This is different. You're self-produced and you go with Danger Mouse. There was an element of what it could sound completely
We were never going to get in the studio with anybody and have them tell us what to do.
It can also be it's like when we left Fat Possum and signed to Warner Brothers, we did Magic Potion, probably more. It was more stripped down than any other record we made, but there's still people who are...
Yeah.
Some people are just idiots. That's basically it. And
that's the answer to 99% of questions.
And sometimes we're idiots. Rarely. But only like when jet skis get involved.
Yeah, that was an idiot thing to our class. We'll do another class story in a little bit. So you've always recorded at home, and this time you recorded in Ohio, so you were there okay. But you did go to LA. A little bit like when the Clampets, I don't mean this in a bad way, but like, Beverly Hillbillies, when the Clampets went, and because you'd always avoided going to LA, but you went there to mix. Did you stay in the hotel, or did the Black Keys don a nice shirt and a decent, polished up the shoes, and did the LA Glitter at Eye night scene, just because why not?
The thing is, when we go to LA and hang out with our friends there, it's like sitting at the cool table in the cafeteria, because everyone there has such bad taste. The studio we were mixing at was like people from the hills were hanging out in one room, and like some heiresses to a toothpaste fortune were making a dance record. And then it was like Dan, Brian, and I in the next room. Like, I can't believe we're here. And then Dan and I making fun of Brian for making us come there.
That's good fun. So, bit of a serious conversation there. I may use up my at some stage. You might want to keep the mic open just in case it takes me. What do you want to do? Bear in mind, anything you want.
Anything we want.
Yeah.
Let's do I'm Glad.
Okay. Can I ask you a question before you do that?
Yeah.
I try and crowbar Tom Waits into just about every in the company of We Do. The Attack and Release has Tom Waits' band recorded on it.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think it'd be amazing to hear Waits do a vocal on a Black Keys track. I think that would just about be my musical wet dream.
Yeah, him or Tom Jones, either one.
Yeah. He'd do it as well.
That's amazing.
What we got? Tom Jones, Tom Waits, and Tom York, and did a duets record.
Right, so I'll see how I feel.
Well,
what are you going to do this time?
We're going to do a slow one.
Yeah.
It's the Captain Beefheart cover.
Lovely. Right, in the company of Black Keys, whenever you're ready.
All right.